This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah,
Mal-
Malini, we can hear
This conference will now be recorded.
you. Karthik,
Malini,
Louis?
Malini, it looks like you joined from 3 devices, right?
Yeah, this is from mobile.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I think we can start now, Malini.
Yeah,
My name is Rohit, and I'm going to take this today's Ariba demo session, and I'll brief you
okay,
about the SAP Ariba, what is the SAP Ariba, and whatever the
okay,
solutions Ariba is offering, that's something we'll talk here. And we'll talk about this roadmap, like how actually we are going to take this Ariba, like the courses, whatever topics I'm going to cover. That part also we'll talk in today's session. Okay. But
okay,
before going further, I think let's have a quick intro call. Let me first introduce about myself, then I'll come to you as well. So as you know, my name is
okay,
Rohit.
fine.
I'm working in SAP from last 14 years, and I have started my
Okay,
career as SAP MM consultant. SAP MM is part of the SAP ERP.
okay,
And during that years, I have implemented the SAP MM solutions to that are different customers. And after that, I
uh-huh.
moved to the SAP S4HANA. And now from 6 years, I'm working in the SAP Ariba. Okay. So
Okay,
I've
okay,
done the implementation of the almost all the Ariba modules. I've implemented the Ariba strategic sourcing, that includes SLP sourcing contract. Even I have the implementation experience of Ariba buying and invoicing solutions, guided buying, and recently we have implemented the Ariba commerce automation and supply chain collaboration to one of our US client. Okay. Apart
okay,
from this, I'm certified in the Ariba and SAP S4HANA. So I'm certified in the HANA sourcing and procurement, in Ariba supply chain collaboration, CIG. I'm certified in the Ariba P2P as well. Okay.
okay.
So that's from my side. If you have any questions, if you want to ask, you can ask. All else, I would like to go with you.
Well, yeah, actually, see, I have experience in procurement in the core industry, but I
Mhm,
have no knowledge about SAP. Okay, one of
mhm,
my friend actually suggested to do this course. That's
mhm.
why I'm interested. So, is there any problem without having SAP knowledge doing Ariba course?
No, no, no. It's not like that.
It's not like that, no?
No, no.
Okay,
So if you
fine.
talk about the SAP Ariba, so Ariba is also supporting the procurement process. So generally, if you see, for example,
Mm-hmm.
as a customer, whenever we are going to initiate any kind of procurement activities, so we have to follow some certain process, right? Let's forget about
Right.
this SAP or any other technology. Let's talk about in the
Mm-hmm.
business language. So whenever we have
Mm-hmm.
to start any business activity with the supplier, what we are doing, we have to follow this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we are doing, like
Right.
let's assume you have to purchase some particular raw material, and that raw
Mm-hmm.
material you never purchase from any of the supplier. So what you will do?
Mm-hmm.
You will first try to find out this list of supplier, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you will collect all
Right.
the supplier information like supplier contact information, email ID, whatever required for you, you will collect,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you
Right.
will do the supplier negotiation activities, right?
Right, right, right.
And based on the
Right.
negotiation, if required, you will sign up some agreement as well, if applicable. And once your
Mm-hmm.
agreement will be ready, then actually you are going to initiate the procurement process, right?
Right.
Like if there is the
Right.
intent request in domain industry, then your purchaser will convert in the purchase order. Purchase order will go to supplier. Supplier will send you the
Mm-hmm.
particular material, particular item, and then you will receive invoice and you have to make the payment,
Right.
right? So this is the process we have to actually follow as part of the sourcing and procurement process. And same thing
Mm-hmm.
we can do in the SAP Ariba as well. So just to meet this
Okay.
process, Ariba
Mm-hmm.
came up with the solutions, and Ariba solutions are divided in two parts. One part is called
Mm-hmm.
as a strategic sourcing, or you can say upstream, Second part is called as the downstream.
Okay.
Okay. So what we can do with the help
Okay.
of the upstream and downstream. So with the help of the upstream, we can actually, that we have the supplier solutions, sourcing and contract module. So
Mm-hmm.
with the help of the supplier solutions, we can actually manage your supplier. You can onboard your supplier. You can perform the negotiation activity with the help of the sourcing module. We can create a contract or agreement with the supplier with the help of the contract solutions. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever the process we are doing as part of the sourcing, why I'm saying sourcing? Because if you see as part of the supplier onboarding, supplier negotiation and contract, you're not going to make any kind of purchase with the supplier. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can take the this example, Ariba training. So you thought to I should go with the undergo with the Ariba training, right? You have called multiple different institute trainers, whatever, right? You discussed about the course
Mm-hmm.
curriculum. You discussed about some fee structure as well, right? Even you requested
Right.
to have one kind of quick demo as well, so that at least you will
Right.
have the look and feel how it's going to happen. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
at this moment, if you see, you're not going to make any kind of payment here. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're working on the sourcing activity. You are trying to determine the source from which trainer I have to learn the Ariba.
Right.
Right. And once it will get completed, once you okay with this, and once your contract will get finalized, then you are going to perform your procurement activities. You will make the enrollment. You will continue your training journey, and you will complete the training. All the process you will complete here. So that means in this case as well, you are what we are doing. You are doing the sourcing and procurement.
Right.
So just to meet this, SAP has given the solutions as part of the Ariba, that is upstream and downstream. So with the help of the upstream, we can do the sourcing activity, and with the help of the downstream, we can do the purchasing activity. Okay. So if you talk
Okay.
about from the knowledge perspective, so it's not mandatory. You should have the knowledge in SAP. Why I'm saying, and some people are saying you should have the knowledge in the SAP as well. Why they are saying?
Mm-hmm.
The reason is that if you talk about the Ariba, like that a system, Ariba landscape. So generally, if you talk about as per the Ariba landscape, you will see this kind of landscape.
Mm-hmm.
You will have your SAP system, and you will have the Ariba system. Okay. So here, if you talk
Okay.
about the backend, you can say this is your ERP, that means SAP, or whatever the tools you're using. Might be you're using
Mm-hmm.
Oracle or whatever. So you can take the example
Mm-hmm.
of this. May I know which tool you're using currently?
Actually, yeah, in our office, it was Oracle.
Oracle. You can take the example of the
Placing, yeah,
Oracle.
placing purchase PO and RFQ and inventory, everything that was we are doing in Oracle.
Oracle.
Yeah.
Now, if you see here, so in the backend, you are having the Oracle system and you have the Ariba system here, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That means as of now, you're using Oracle system to perform all the procurement activities. But going forward, you are thinking to implement the Ariba solutions to perform the procurement process. So in that case, as a customer, you will have the two option. You can use Oracle as
Mm-hmm.
a separate system that currently you're using, and Ariba
Mm-hmm.
also you can use a separate system. Going forward, you can use separately. But the problem is
Mm-hmm.
that as a customer, so in that cases, if you are going to use Ariba as a separate box, you will have the two different box, right? You will
Mm-hmm.
have the one box
Mm-hmm.
Oracle, second box will be Ariba. So in Oracle,
Mm-hmm.
all the historical information is available, but Ariba is a new. And for tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to perform any kind of transactions in the Ariba, that transactions will not be available in the Oracle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to find out the information, you will first go to the Oracle system, then you will go in the
Mm-hmm.
Ariba system, then you will have a kind
Mm-hmm.
of some kind of report, something like that. Okay. So in this
Mm-hmm.
case, as a customer, what customer they are doing, what you can do, you can use Ariba on top of the Oracle system. So on top of the Oracle system means you want to use Ariba as part of the integrated environment. You want to have the integration with Oracle.
Okay.
Okay. So as a benefit of this Oracle, what will happen? Whatever the particular transactions you are going to perform in the Ariba, like if you create the PO here, purchase order, that purchase order will automatically come to the Oracle system. You will able to find out in the Oracle.
Okay.
Okay. And whatever the PR, let's say you're going to create in the Oracle as well, that PR will automatically get reflected in the Ariba, and in
Right.
Ariba you will be able to find out your PR.
Okay.
So in this landscape, now in this landscape, if you see, so if I am going to work, right, so I should have the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge about the Ariba, that is mandatory
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to lead the Ariba, but I should
Mm-hmm.
have at least some knowledge on the Oracle system.
Okay.
Okay, why? Why? Because when you are sending any particular transactions from the Ariba to Oracle, so every time you cannot say the transaction will be successful, right?
Right.
Sometimes due to any reason it get failed. Then our job is that if you know, in that cases I'm saying, if you know, then in that cases I can go in the Oracle system. I can investigate what is the problem in the Oracle. So do we have some problem in the Ariba or do we have problem in the Oracle? I can find out, right? So in that cases
Mm-hmm.
you can say knowing about the Oracle is mandatory. Otherwise, if you don't know, in that case also that is fine. I'll call to Malini. I'll ask Malini, hey Malini, can you please check why this information not reflecting in the Oracle? So do you see any problem in the Oracle? Then Malini will take care about this. So it's not
Okay.
mandatory. I should know about the Ariba as well as the Oracle system
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to lead the Ariba. So in Ariba is my core skill. I should be strong in the Ariba side. But Oracle is a you can say add-on. If you know it, it's well and good. If you don't know, then also it's manageable because we have the other resources for the Oracle. So same thing you
Okay.
can just imagine based on the SAP. Instead of Oracle, you can
Okay.
understand this is SAP, this is Ariba. If you know about the SAP, then it's fine. Otherwise, if you don't know about this, then you have to be strong in the Ariba point of view.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay. Fine.
Okay. So this is something just overall the Ariba solutions, like the solutions Ariba is actually offering, and in many cases you may see some customers they are implementing the entire upstream, some customers they are implementing the downstream itself, right? So once again,
Mm-hmm.
upstream downstream is a bundle of the module. And in upstream, if you see, we are having the supplier solutions, we are having the sourcing, we are having the contract module, right? Same way, if you
Mm-hmm.
come in downstream, we are having the Ariba buying and invoicing solution, and with the help of this, we can work with the PR to payment activity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you talk about the Ariba system, so Ariba is actually the cloud solutions, right? So you can see, I
Okay.
just logged in Ariba. I have logged in with the help of the web browser, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a kind of we can say web-based solutions. And whatever the browser you are having in your system, you can use any browser. You can easily log in the SAP Ariba by providing the correct credential. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
here as well, you will able to perform the same sourcing and procurement activities. For example, if you want to create the supply record, how you are creating in the Oracle, I'm not sure. I don't know about Oracle. So in that cases, here also you can go to create, and we can see we have the options of the supply request.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can come here, you
Mm-hmm.
can go to supply request, and then you will able to create the supplier with the help of the supply request form. So it will give you a kind of form. You have to fill out the form, and then this form will
Mm-hmm.
go for the approval. After approval, the supply record will get created in the Ariba system.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the one options that something like that we can do the supplier activity. Same way, if you want to perform any kind of negotiation activity, that means bidding process, that's something also
Mm-hmm.
you can do. How we can do that? So we can come to here in the create. We can go to sourcing project, and Ariba is actually offering a very good solutions in terms of the negotiation process. And with the reference of that, you can create the different kind of event. So if you talk about the negotiation, so negotiation is not about only the price negotiation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you are doing some
Mm-hmm.
information negotiation, sometimes you are doing price negotiation, and sometimes you are
Mm-hmm.
doing some competitive negotiation as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what is the meaning of the
Mm-hmm.
competitive? You can take a very lemon example when we are going to purchase some vegetables or some other items in market. So if you are asking the price, what is the price of this? They will say the price of this is $100. Then you will ask why it's too high. Because I checked with the other supplier, they're offering only in the $80, right? So this kind of
Mm-hmm.
statement you're adding here. Why you added? Because you thought if I'll share the one supplier price to the supplier, some chances are there he may reduce some price,
Mhm.
right? So that's why you have set the
Mhm.
price, that is called as a competitive negotiation. So with the help of this, we can actually perform the different kind of negotiation activity. So Ariba sourcing module is a very popular module, and we can perform the different kind of negotiation activities with the help of this source, like a sourcing solution.
Mhm.
Then apart from that, if we talk about the contract, we have the contract options as well. We can create the different kind of contract in the Ariba. So we can come here and whatever different kind of contract you want to actually create, we can create in the Ariba. Okay. So these are the different options is available in the Ariba. Even in some cases, if you want to create like the purchase equation as well, right? So if you talk about the Ariba is actually offering the e-commerce site services, right? So how you're purchasing on the Amazon or Flipkart, same way you have to purchase in the Ariba as well. Okay. So let's say for example, I want to create one purchase requisition. Okay. So what I will do, I'll log in the Ariba. You can go to the create option here, and here you can see we have the requisition, right? So once you come here and if you click on this requisition option, then system will give you a kind of catalog search page, and you have to search the particular catalog. That means whatever the item that you are looking to purchase, you can search the particular items here. Okay, so let's assume for example, just I'm giving some example here. I want to purchase some product, or even we have the multiple options as well. You can see, and whatever the particular options you want to choose, you can choose just to purchase any particular product. Okay, so let's say for example, I want to purchase one product from the specific supplier. I'll come to this, and here we can see we have the options of the some one supplier name. I'll go to that particular supplier. Then system will show me the list of the catalog item. Whatever we are having in the Ariba system, you can see these are the catalog items. Okay. So once you come here, then in the next, we have to click on the, you can adjust the quantity as per your need. You have to click on this add to cart. And once you click on this add to cart, then in the next, you will have the options to proceed to checkout. So you can see we are just following the e-commerce site process here. Are you getting me, Malini? Malini, are you getting me?
Only you're in mute.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 Malini.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
getting me right?
Please continue. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So you can see we have the options of proceed to checkout. We can come here, click on the proceed to checkout. And once you click on the proceed to checkout, system will give you this kind of PR form. And you can see the Ariba is actually, very efficient. So we don't have to fill out like, that more information. You can provide only minimal information here. That means you can give the title of the PR, like let's say I'm saying office PR, office requisition. And then we have to give the need by date. You can enter any of the need by date as per your need when you're expecting to receive the product. And then we have to click on the submit. And once you click on the submit, then you will see requisition has been created. So you can see our requisition has been created.
Okay.
Right. So that means,
Mhm.
this is basically the beauty of the Ariba. You can perform the procurement activities, even sourcing activities, digitally,
Mhm.
and even you can perform in the quick manner itself. So if you see, compare with the Oracle system, right? So you will
Mhm.
see lots of differences in the Ariba.
Mhm.
And
Right.
because of this beauty only, many customers like, that they are implementing the Ariba. Even earlier, we have implemented the complete big one big SAP project to the US client, and that customer also was using the Oracle, but they have moved from Oracle to the SAP system. So they have implemented the SAP as for HANA, and even they have implemented the SAP Ariba as well.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Any question as of now?
No, please continue.
Okay. Now, in the next thing, if we talk about like this Ariba implementation, so let me just brief about the Ariba implementation, because like whenever you are going to learn the Ariba, so when you appear for the interview or even you are trying to change your domain internally, so in that case also Ariba implementation knowledge is going to give more impact, right? So
Okay.
generally, as part of the Ariba implementation, when we are implementing Ariba, we have to follow this process that is called as a SAP Activate methodology.
Okay.
Okay. And in this approach, we are following the four-phase activity. One is the prepare, second is
Mm-hmm.
the explore, third is the realize, and fourth one is the deploy.
Okay.
So what we are doing as part of prepare phase, so as part of prepare phase, we are actually, preparing ourselves, like we are working on some different documents, like project plan, you can say project scope documents. We are preparing some documents here. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, we have to go to explore phase. And in the explore phase, we have to get in touch with the client. We have to demonstrate the Ariba solutions to the client. And based on that, we have to capture the client requirement. Okay. So once you will
Mm-hmm.
have the client requirement, then we have to move to realize phase. And then in the realize, we have to design the system as per the client requirement. And then we have to go with the deploy phase. We have to
Okay.
deploy the changes to the client.
Okay.
So in this way, if you see, so as a Ariba consultant, you are not only responsible to perform the configuration activities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before going to talk about the configuration activity, you should know about the business process first, like how
Right.
we are doing all the sourcing and procurement activities in the Ariba, right?
Mm-hmm.
So based on this implementation process itself, we have designed our course curriculum also. So if we talk about this course curriculum, it required the 40 hours. You can say 1.5 month, and we are
Mm-hmm.
going to start our journey from the scratch. So we'll talk about, like that the basics of the Ariba first, like how we discussed something today's. The same thing we'll talk about in the regular session as well. We'll talk about whatever the other solutions Ariba is offering, how we can authenticate in the Ariba. That means how we can log in the Ariba, how the system landscape looks like of the Ariba. All those things we are talking in the section one here.
Mm-hmm.
And once you will have the like basic understanding, then we'll move to this supplier solutions part. We'll talk about the supplier solutions, how to work with the supplier solutions, how we have to work with the sourcing solutions, how we can perform the different kind of processes, how we can work with the Ariba network, and how we have to create the contract or agreement in the Ariba. That will talk. Okay. Then same thing
Okay.
we'll talk about as part of our P2P activity, like creating the PR, purchase order, receipt invoice, how we can do Ariba. We'll talk the same thing here itself. So if you
Okay.
see up to section 7 we will talk about only the business process part. Okay. So we'll not
Okay.
talk about any configuration part, because if you're going to mix the configuration part here itself, it will get lots of confusion to you. Okay,
Hmm.
so we are
Mm-hmm.
following the systematic approach. First, let's complete the business process, and of course, once you that see day by day, you may have some designing questions as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that
Mm-hmm.
designing questions I'm requesting to the participant to make a note, and that designing questions will be clear automatically when we start about the designing part. So as part designing, we'll talk about the integration, like how we discussed here, right? How we
Right.
can do integration from Ariba to Oracle, but Oracle will not talk about, we'll talk about SAP. How we can do the
Yeah.
integration from Ariba to SAP or from SAP to Ariba. That part we'll discuss here. Whatever
Okay.
different configuration we have to perform, we'll talk about all the different configuration for the integration. We'll talk about Ariba side configuration, about the process, how we can set up the template, how we can set up the approval workflow, how we can set up supplier in the Ariba, how we can set up master data, how we can set up user. So whatever different list of configuration, that something is applicable for us, which usually we have to perform. For that, we'll talk here.
Okay.
Okay. So now once you complete this section 9, so we can say you have the knowledge about the business process that we understood earlier. And now
Mm-hmm.
you completed the designing part as well. That means you have the configuration knowledge also.
Okay.
So now then in the next we'll talk about the reports, because reports is very important from the customer point of view, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk from reporting point of view, whatever different kind of reports that we are having in the Ariba, that we'll talk here.
Okay.
Now, once we complete the reporting part, so you can say you are now ready to go. You can go for
What
the
is this
interview.
reporting?
Different kind of reports, whatever reports we can run in the Ariba.
Okay.
Okay. So in these cases, once you complete this, you can say now you are ready to go. You can apply for the interview if you would like, or might be internally if your client is going to implement the Ariba, you want to get it like switch in that itself. So at this moment, if you say you have the knowledge about business process, you have the knowledge about the configuration part.
Mm-hmm.
But thing is that you are not sure how actually Ariba implementation going on. So as we discussed earlier, as part of the implementation, we have to capture the customer requirement. We have designed the system. So you know about the business process, you know about the configuration part, but you are not sure how actually we have to do during the implementation process. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that kind of doubt we are going to clear in the last session. In the last session, we will have the session about the implementation. And here we are going to talk about the Ariba implementation process. So how actually Ariba implementation is going on, whatever the role we have to play as a Ariba consultant, right? Whatever different kind of documents we have to prepare, all those things we'll talk here. Because let's assume you are having the 5 years of experience in the procurement. I'm giving some example here. And let's say you learn the Ariba, right? So why you're
Mm-hmm.
learning? Because you want to boost your career. So for tomorrow, when you apply for the interview, definitely you may do some adjustment. You may say, I'm working in Ariba from last 2 years and 3 years I have the experience in Tome Industries, right? So
Mm-hmm.
definitely interview will ask you what was your role, what you did in your day-to-day activities, right? Do you know about
Right.
this particular process? This kind of thing they will ask you. So that thing we will get answered at this in the last session. And this will
Okay.
be our you can say the closure of our journey. And at this moment, we'll close our journey of the Ariba topics.
Okay.
Yeah, Malni. So that's it from my side. If you have any questions you want to ask, you can ask.
No. How is the market about Ariba?
Market is actually very good, but I think you can do some Google because I will always say Ariba market is very good. That's my profession, right?
No, comparatively to SAP. SAP is good or Ariba is good?
Ariba is booming in the market. Ariba is part of SAP only.
Okay.
So Ariba is having very good market. Even if you talk about the overseas countries, so we have the good market of the Ariba. But
Mm-hmm.
you can do some Google. You just search like Ariba job in the
Mm-hmm.
Ariba job. You'll find out lots of openings in the Ariba.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Anything else?
So, do you have any questions,
No,
ma'am?
for today. Yeah. Sorry.
No, no. I was asking, like, do you have any other questions? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Uh,
Mhm.
um,
No, sir. You can reach out to me in case of any further questions as well. No worries.
okay.
Okay, Manli. So thank you. Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Fine. Thank you, Rohit.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you guys for your time.